Mrs. Connor here to start a new Junie B. Jones book by Barbara Park. This is Junie B. Jones' One-Man Band. Chapter 1 is called Kicking the Cow. It starts with Junie B. writing in her journal. It says, Monday. Dear First Grade Journal, a kickball tournament. A kickball tournament! The whole entire first grade is going to have a kickball tournament. My teacher told us that news last week, and I can't even stop thinking about it. Our families are going to come and everything. I have been practicing my kicking every day after school. I can kick high and low and fast and slow and to and fro and pro and con. When I grow up, I will have my own kicking show on TV probably. From Junie B., first grader. I smiled at that nice thought. Then I peeked over the side of my desk, and I tried to wiggle my piggy toe. It still felt sore. That's because yesterday a little trouble happened when I was practicing in my backyard, and it's called I accidentally kicked my ball over the fence, and I didn't want to go get it, so I had to find something else to kick, and then, ha! I spied Mother's brand new watering can. It was the one with the funny cow painted on it. And it was sitting right out in the middle of the yard. I laughed out loud for that perfect target. I bet I can kick that silly cow right over the moon, I said. Then I rubbed my hands together, very excited, and I backed all the way up to the fence. Then, vroom, I took off running, and zoom, I ran faster and faster, and kaboom, I kicked that can as hard as I could, and owie, ow, ow! That dumb bunny can was filled full of water, and nobody even told me about that problem. I fell down in the grass, very painful. Then I rolled around and around, and I hollered real loud, my toe, my toe, my toe! I hollered, my toe, my toe, my toe! Mother hurried to the back door. Junie B., oh my goodness! What's wrong? She called. My toe is wrong! My toe is wrong! 911! 911! I yelled. Mother hurried outside and took off my shoe and sock. She looked at my toe. Ow, ow, ow! I yelled again. Mother hugged me. What in the world did you do to hurt it so badly? She asked. Did you trip over a rock or something? I did a gulp. Because maybe I shouldn't mention that I kicked her can, possibly. Mother waited for me to answer. Then, very slow, her eyes glanced over to her cow. He had a giant dent in his head. Also, his nose did not look normal. Mother did a frown. Junie B., she said, very suspicious. What's the story here? I looked back at her, real impressed. That woman is sharp as a tack, I tell you. Finally, I did a sigh, and I told her the story here. Yeah, only this wasn't even my fault, Mother, I said. It wasn't my fault. On account of, at first I was practicing my kicking, and then my ball went over the fence, and so what was I supposed to do, kick air? I did a thumbs up. But good news, I said, because just then I saw your cow can, and so I ran at him with all my might, and then I kicked him as hard as I could. Only too bad for me, because that stupid thing was filled with water, and now I have a smashed piggy toe. I thought for a minute. Then I folded my hands in my lap, very quiet. The end, I said. Mother did not look happy with me. Gee, imagine that. A watering can actually had water in it. How unusual, she said. That is called sarcastic, I believe. After that, Mother carried me inside, and she called the doctor, and he told her to raise it up on a pillow and use ice. And so guess what? At first, it felt a little better. Only this morning when I got dressed, it hurt to put on my shoe. And so even though it was chilly outside, Mother said I could wear sandals to school. And so that's how come I keep checking on it this morning to see if it's feeling any better. I closed my journal real quiet. Then I bent over in my chair and I patted my toe very gently. Next to me, May made a face. You shouldn't play with your feet, Junie Jones, she whispered. Playing with feet is what stinky people do. I stuck out my tongue at that girl. I still get a kick out of that behavior. After that, I sat back up again and I stacked my first grade dictionary on top of my journal. Then I laid my head on my desk and I daydreamed about a kickball tournament some more. In my dream, I was the only person in room 1 who could kick the ball. That's because all of the other children in room 1 had broken legs on account of accidents happen sometimes. And so I played in the tournament all by myself. And I won the whole darn thing without any help. I was the star of room 1. All my friends shouted and cheered. Then they hugged me very happy. And they threw confetti on my head. Only not May. May threw a small potato. That was uncalled for, I believe. And that is the end of chapter 1. Hope to see you next time for chapter 2.